Welcome, Capricorn, to Intuitive Eternal Lights. We're going to do a general reading for you today, and it's going to be a 10-card Celtic Cross spread, so we can get as much information as possible. Now, the way I do this is I usually give you the general meaning of the card, so you can come to your own conclusions on some of it, whether it resonates or not. And then after I can see most of the spread, I can give you my intuitive spin on it. All right, let's begin our beautiful Capricorns. All right, I have shuffled the cards many times, but I'm going to do it a couple more times here for you. Let's do a clearing here of energy. All right. All right, you received the Five of Swords for your first position, which represents you. Now, the Five of Swords is all about conflict, upheaval. It's loss and disagreements, some competition, and winning at all cost. This card can also represent self-sabotaging behavior and underhanded behavior, deception, lack of communication, aggression, bullying, intimidation, abuse, violence, hostility, serious conflict here, okay, with this Swords card, Capricorn. This card can also say that you're stirring up the pot and creating tension. And you may think you won, but all you've done is created a hostile environment and made an ass of yourself. So focus on repairing the damage before it's too late, because your reputation is on the line. And what's more important to you, being right or isolating yourself from everyone else? It's a lot to think about, Capricorn. All right, we're going to move to your next card, Capricorn. And this card is the Three of Cups. Now, the Three of Cups can be that you're also done with all this and you'd like to enter a time of where it's the energy is light, a happy time. And this is crossing you because you don't have that right now. You're getting a lot of conflict with this, with other people. All right. And there's been a lot of hurt feelings here. And so all you want to do right now, Capricorn, is forget about all of this stuff and just have a great time. Now, you want to enter into better times and have good times with friends and relatives that you've been around for a long time, and they really know you, and you need to spend quality time with these people because it's really important to you and to your well-being. Now, this combination can also indicate that you've been through a lot of complex social situations. Some of it was good and some of it had a lot of negative energies at play. And it could also be a reminder to be cautious and mindful of who you trust and to stand up for what's right, even if it goes against the group. This combination can also indicate a creative project, inspiring one another to reach new heights. And it could be a very sociable period coming up, perhaps a birthday, a wedding, vacations with friends. So it wants you to, if you haven't done so, set some type of opportunity to go ahead and let your hair down and forget about your day-to-day commitments and obligations for a little bit. Instead, spend some quality time with friends and family and enjoy yourself, Capricorn. All right, let's move to the next card, which is your third card, and it speaks about your influences. So this is the card that crowns you, and you received the Page of Cups. Now, the Page of Cups can indicate Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, another water type energy here. And it's all about creative opportunities, news, messages, information, maybe a happy surprise, sensitivity, and a possible new love. Let's set that here. Now, this Page of Cups wants you to listen to your heart and go with all the things that are sentimental and romantic, and share those tender moments with someone special, and feel free to express your feelings. And don't worry about how this might look to others on the outside. Have a good time and go ahead, be goofy, dance around, just be wild. Let loose, Capricorn. You've been too tight. This could also mean that you had deep feelings for someone and you went through a lot of deep emotional pain and heartbreak, and you're trying to get over it right now. Also, if this is regarding finances, you want to recognize that there's both threats and allies in your finances and your job. All right, let's move along to your next card, which is your fourth card, and it's the Page of Pentacles in reverse. And this is your root card. This could indicate the root of the problem or what is beneath you, Capricorn. Now, because it is in reverse, it does say that there was some type of lack of commitment, perhaps on your side or somebody else, and a little bit of greediness and procrastination. This reverse Page of Pentacles can be that there was misunderstandings and delays in love, and there was a lot of hectic pace and confusion. And in the career sector, it meant that there was some stagnation, lost chances, and you were overwhelmed by the job. And In the finance, it means that the slow flow of money and lack of patience is something that you need to look at in in order for you to have some type of financial growth here. All right. This card, if it's not indicating you, it could also be an Aries, a Leo, Sagittarius, and it has the energy of fire. It's also, because it's in reverse, be careful of panicking and slow down. Just wait right now for whatever you're thinking about that you want, your goals, relationships, friendships, and so on. All right, let's move on to your next card, which is your fifth card, and it talks all about your past. And you got Eight of Wands. So this card in the past was indicating that you were busy, and it was a great thing. You were very productive and making great strides while the iron was hot. And removing distractions and devoting yourself entirely to an activity or opportunity which would have propelled you even closer to your goals. And you were very mindful and where your energy needed to be placed, and you used it wisely. This card is all about speed, action, movement, swift change, sudden action, manifesting quickly, real quick results in the past, quick decisions, and traveling in the air. I'll set that there. Let's move these cards back here. All right, Capricorn, we're going to move to your sixth card, which talks about your future here. And you got the Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands talks about your finding yourself to be self-aware and confident as you're discovering your life's purpose. You know what you want and how to get it. So Spirit wants you to stay laser focused and keep that friendly, optimistic attitude, and it's going to serve you well. Now, this could indicate you in the future more than likely, but it could also mean that there was an Aries, a Leo, or Sagittarius, a fire sign in the scene, or that is there to give you some courage, some confidence. Now, this Queen of Wands represents an independent person, confident, outgoing, friendly, who approaches love and relationships with self-assuredness. And it's refreshing. This is you, and you're like no other. And you don't try to change in order to fit into any other person's desires. You can stop worrying about how you appear or how others perceive you and simply enjoy being around others. Your courage and self-possessed nature will draw others to you and inspire them to do the same. Now, if you're a couple, you may find success being more open than ever with your partner. Now, this card in your career can mean that you have both the energy and the stability to execute your ideas at work. So whatever you're facing in your career, you can approach it with determination and passion. The drive that you have can apply to your general situation at work, or it might be more specific to your position. Now, your finances as well is saying that you're able to make smart financial decisions at this time. So whatever you choose to do is likely the result of careful planning and consideration from the past here. And don't get distracted or go too far off course. So it's easy to get caught up in those spending sprees, isn't it, Capricorn? But if you focus, you're going to be able to spend some money without serious repercussions. And this might be a good time to expand your financial profile, as you're able to evaluate stocks and other goods with a pretty level head. So trust your instincts, okay? Oh, that's a nice card to get. All right, we'll set that there. All right, Capricorn, we're going to move to your next set of cards, which is the 7th card, and this card talks about your attitude. Capricorn attitude. Too many cards. All right. You receive the Arrow Master, Capricorn, and this is about hitting the mark, intention. We'll set that there. Now, the Arrow Master appears to help you target your intentions, and it teaches you how to shoot straight for the stars. The message is to be deliberate about focusing your dreams and desires with intention, and about aligning your intention with spirit. Then let them fly on the wind, directed by the divine, until they reach your goal. Now, the only way to hit the target is to allow the arrow of your intention to fly unencumbered by your eagerness to see it travel exactly the way you want it to go. You may think it needs to veer a certain way to reach your goal, but in the invisible realms, human power cannot make this happen. The divine has its own idea of how the arrow flies and upon what wind it's carried. Nonetheless, if you don't shoot, you'll never score. This is a fortunate message as long as you remember the law of detachment. If you do, then be assured that you're right on point. And that is all about your attitude, or what your attitude should be, Capricorn. So you are right on point. Go for it. All right, let's move on. And we're going to talk about your environment with this next card here. What is Capricorn's environment? All right. And you got the power of love, investment, gambles, and other games, your creations. And this is in the 5th house. And with this is the trust of a child in fun, romance, and making art and doing it dramatically. All right, let's talk about this card a little bit more. So, you have it in the 5th house, but all the houses kind of tie in together. So the 3rd and the 5th house derive their meaning from the 4th house. And the 4th house is associated with concept of your foundation. And it is everything that enables you to feel stable and secure enough to project yourself accurately into physical reality and the symbolism of your rising sign. Now, if we are each a movie projector made up of light bulbs, our sun, a concentrating, reflecting mirror, our moon, and a focusing lens, our rising sign. If you don't know your rising sign, you should try to find out. It's pretty easy nowadays. Is based on which our projector stands. And shake that base, and you get a moving picture that is shaky and out of focus. So a stable 4th house motivates us to seek and connect with the world outside our home, and which is a 4th house matter. And because of sincere personal interest and not out of desperation and fear. But both the 3rd and the 5th house relate to the ways in which we reach out and are connected with the world outside of home, of our home base. So, with knowing all this about these other houses, the 5th house derives from the 4th house, like we were saying. And while the 3rd house concerns connecting your home base and your support structure, the 5th house is concerned with creativity, and it enables you to have an impact on the world around you through what you create. Now, the knowledge of existing facts and techniques learned from the 3rd house source is combined with the security of the 4th house to enable you to take a chance and bring your own ideas of what should exist in the world into being. This talks about your artistic creations and the giving of life of your children and the actions that bring into being what has not existed before. And the doing of them is for your satisfaction. And after that, when they have been prepared for a life of their own, it's better that you let them live their lives their own way. And one important way that a child prepares for a life of her or his own is through play. So by pretending to go through the motions of events that will one day take part in the life of a child. So explore those situations, and you can see the 5th house is the house of fun, sports, games, and even romantic love. So, but above all, you know, this element has a risk. And this is, the risk is about taking a chance. And the concept of taking a chance brings gambling and interesting, a more sociable, respectable form of gambling under the heading of the fifth house matters. So the fifth house is ruled by the sun and the sign of Leo. Moving right along, Capricorn, to your next card, which talks about your hopes and fears. So let's give these a good shuffle here. Capricorn, hopes and fears. All right. I'm afraid to contact you. All right. Now, hopes reveal your expectations about what can be accomplished, and fears reveal doubts of making investments and working together. Now, the hope is that when we reach out, it will benefit us with possibly a sympathetic ear or the presence of someone we can trust, and it can help prevent or at least ease feelings of isolation, alienation, and rumination. Knowing you have a trustworthy network of people to turn to can improve your ability to deal with the stress and anxious feelings. And this also, boosts your self-esteem and your social skills. And sometimes it's hard to reach out to someone who hurt you. And to confront a friend that's hurt you, you need to prepare yourself what you want to talk about. And you have to stay composed while you explain how they hurt you. And a lot of times you have to let your friend give a viable explanation. You have to listen. Avoid arguing, but be assertive with your point of view and be clear about your boundaries in the relationship. Now, hopefully, if you do reach out and contact this person, whether it's an ex or just a good friend of yours, it's going to benefit you one way or the other. Now, the benefits of reaching out have got to outweigh the possible hurt that comes from doing so. And the only way that can happen is if you genuinely miss that person. In short, the person and that relationship has got to be worth the pain that might initially come from speaking to them. All right, so be careful, Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, we're going to your last card, which is the outcome. Outcome for our wonderful, strong Capricorns. Our very smart, capable, hardworking, beautiful Capricorns. What does the divine want to share with Capricorn? And you got procrastination. All right. Capricorn, you're being called into action by the divine. There have been important tasks that you have delayed. And even if it's something that you don't want to do, like cleaning the house, paying the bills, looking for a job, losing weight, doing your taxes, studying, etc., now is the time to take responsibility and move forward. The point of power is always in the present. And this card is showing you that there is an urgency for you to take action. And if you're putting off something that is meaningful to you and doubting whether you can do it, the message is to have the courage to face your fears and do what you love, Capricorn. You're so awesome and talented and really smart. What is the worst thing that can happen? What? You can make a mistake? Big deal. And even if you do, you're going to learn from that mistake. And so stop putting these tasks off. If you have to, this card is asking you to make a list of them. And then make another list of the things that you have started and haven't completed yet. Then write a third list of things that you would love to do. And then write down what actions you can take today to free your mind and shorten that list. All right, Capricorn, I want to thank you for your time, and I hope that you enjoyed this reading. And if you did, please hit the like button or subscribe or share it with a friend. And I want, again, thank you so much for your time, and I hope to see you again. Thanks, Capricorn. Love you. Bye for now.